Hi, welcome to Scr1tno Knitting Project, episode 2. My name is Sharon. I live in Surrey with my family, my Labrador Bella and 3 kittens, who you can hear their bells in the background. You hear bells throughout the podcast, that will be the kittens. They're also likely to interrupt me, as is my family, to be fair. They're all out at the moment except for my youngest, so I'm hoping I might get through this before they arrive back home. Welcome if you're a new viewer. Thank you so much for checking out my little podcast. Welcome back if you're returning from last week. Thank you for all your kind comments. I've been blown away. It's been so sweet. But a big thank you to Ethan and Tiffany of the Woolen Homestead, who gave me a huge shout out on their podcast. It was so kind of them. I'm really glad I've inspired you for your Cozy Memories blanket though, Tiffany. That's really nice to hear. So if you haven't seen them, go check out their podcast, because they know how to do a podcast properly and they're super funny. They are so funny together. So thank you for giving me that promo. So first up, I have my finished objects, and I have some major finished object, and that is my Cozy Memory blanket. There we go. Look at that. This is my 2018 Cozy Memory blanket. It's just about, well, it's big enough to lay under the sofa. So there we go. It's its little tag to say that it was made in 2018, so I know which blanket is which. My idea is that I'm going to pop these on the sofa, and each year I'll have another blanket. This is the 2018 one. I have 3 daughters. They'll very probably end up with 1 each, but not until they move out. They're not getting in before then. So yeah, you see it's quite big. I adore it, absolutely adore it. I'm not putting an edge on it because my thinking is, if in years to come I decide I want a bigger one, I can just seam them together. So for the moment I'm not edging them. So yeah, that's that done. Cozy Memory Blanket 2018, all done. It's super squidgy and stuff. I adore it. So that's that. And the next thing I have to show you is a pair of socks. I've actually worn them, so they're not looking great on the sock blockers. But yeah, look at that. Oh, colour, lighting, yay. This is Old Blue Eyes colourway by Lay Family Yarns, and as I said, I have worn them, so they're a bit baggy on the sock blockers. But I met Kelly on Thursday, so I really wanted to wear these socks when I went to meet her. So I managed to finish them and block them. Now these have been hanging around, those 2, honest. There are 2 of them. These have been hanging around since August. These are my Bake Off socks, and I just didn't get around to doing it. I didn't watch Bake Off when it was running. In the end, life caught up with me, so I ended up sort of watching it in one go, back to back, and didn't get the socks finished. But it's just it's my vanilla sock pattern, 2x2 rib, heel flap and gusset, and just a round toe. And they fit really well. They fit really well. So yeah, they're my finished objects. So I have a couple of half-finished objects. I have my Scrappy sock number 1 from West Green Loft Yarns. They're her 12 Days of Christmas, the lovely Vicky. These are her minis. They're super sparkly, these socks, and very bright. I've been really lucky with the light. The light's coming through beautifully at the moment. So Yep, that's sock 1, and I finished sock 1 of my Dusty Dimples Mrs. Claus colourway for my tin of Christmas socks. So there we go, again 2x2 rib, heel flap and gusset, around toe. Her base is gorgeous. I haven't got the, I've lost the ball band, otherwise I'd tell you what it is, but it's super soft and squidgy. I really like that about her base. So yeah, Dusty Dimples Mrs. Claus. So I've sort of got a pair of socks. This is a result of sitting in the car a lot whilst we'll be journeying around the country the latter end of this week, and sitting and talking to Ian's family. I did the socks in the car because changing colour I could do in the car, but I couldn't really do that great while I was chatting, so I did those ones while I was chatting, and the end result is 2 finished socks but not a pair. Never mind. So they're my half finished objects. So next up's my whips. My first one is my 2019 Cozy Memories blanket, which is actually beginning to grow. Bless it. So that's my starting square, which is why it's got that one on it. And this top line, that's Knit Style Yarns, and that's a piece of cake from the Lay Family Yarn afternoon tea club that she did. This is Knit Style Yarns, and the little progress keeper, that's from Down Sheepy Lane. The next row, that is West Green Loft Yarns, one of hers, with Craft House Magic, and then that's Knit Style Yarns with So Sweet Violet, and we've got West Green Loft Yarns, So Sweet Violet, West Green Loft Yarns again, that's the last one, that was number 12, and that's also So Sweet Violet, Little Feather, and then that's Knit Style Yarns. I can't remember the name of the girl who does these. She does really pretty ones. I'll look that up and link it in the show notes. And then this is my old Blue Eyes socks, and that's a Lay Family Yarn afternoon tea club miniature. Knit Style Yarns, again So Sweet Violet, and Craft House Magic and Knit Style Yarns. So yeah, it won't normally be quite that many to show, but I'm a bit late podcasting this weekend, so yeah, that's my Cozy Memory Blanket 2019. I'm sorry, but the cat is staring at me on the other side of the camera. If I could turn it round I would, but it's quite funny. He's like, hello, hello, are you talking to me? Right, so my next whip, which is living in my lovely So Raimi bag, from which Kelly kindly gifted to me, with a cat because I'm the crazy cat lady. In here I've got my Dusty Dimples sock, and this I cast on in the car in the dark last night actually, so yeah, it looks good on that side. I have a small mistake in the ribbing on that side, but we'll ignore that. We'll pretend that's not there. I did debate repping it back, but it is literally just one row. Well, it's not even a row, it's a half a row, so I'm just going to ignore that. So yeah, so I've got that far. Also in there, this is something else that Kelly gifted me. A little pair of mitts, fingerless mitts, in her fabulous colourway, whose name I will have to look up and hopefully we'll put at the bottom of the screen in a moment. But these are fab. I absolutely adore them. Let's pop them on. How lovely are these? I don't know what pattern it is. I'll ask her what pattern she used. But they are lovely. They're super fun, aren't they? And just goes to show it's something else you can do with self-striping yarn. Her self-striping yarn is amazing. I have this colourway somewhere. I am totally going to make myself some socks in this. So pretty. So thank you, Kelly. Absolutely adore them. So that's those. And then my other whip, which is living in my Craft House magic bag that my hubby bought me for Christmas, and that I only just noticed has a pop of colour at the bottom there. So pretty, and he's so talented. This has got my inner middle of the row, because you know that's what we do. It's just got my cast on for my West Green Loft Yarn scrappy socks. Literally just got first couple of rows. I'm hoping to work on them today, because day one of my knitting project is socks. But I will, as I said, I will explain all that next week. So that's my works in progress. So next is spinning, and I've got this little beauty. Oh, look at the colour on that. Okay, the light's really good at the moment. This is Owl About yarn. And when I showed you the one last week, I'd forgotten this was hanging up and drying. So this has just been plied, just been washed. I've just skeined it up. There's a definite blue theme to my spinning, isn't there? Absolutely adore it. It's so pretty. It's not too bad. This fits an end. It's not too bad. It's not too thick and thin. It's a little bit, but it's a bit more even. I'm getting there. So I think this is going to be a shift shawl by Andrea Mowry that everybody's doing with their hand spun at the moment. So I'm really tempted to do that. So I think that will go in my queue, and that's what these will become. Otherwise, I haven't really had much chance to do any spinning this week. I have my craft room is full of stuff from Christmas, and I haven't had a chance to tidy it up yet. So I'm hoping that next week I'm going to have a couple of days where I'll be able to get up there, tidy it up, and sort out my craft room so I can actually spin, so I can ply the bobbins that I showed you last week. I haven't spun properly since Christmas and I'm missing it, so I really want to get that done. So that's my spinning. Mail. I've got a few little bits and pieces this week. I got the book that's gone missing. There it is. I got Strange Brew. I got this from Tangled Yarn UK. I struggled to find it, but they had a copy. Haven't quite decided what I'm going to make out of it yet, but I know I want to make a yoke sweater. So I'm going to look through that and choose what I want to make. I had some minis from Eden Cottage Yarns, which I absolutely adore. Their minis are so cute. Look at that little bouquet of minis. They're tonals. I haven't got too many tonals. I've got lots of speckles. I haven't got too many tonals, and I've got a design idea I want to do. So watch this space. I'll hopefully have a little bit more on that next week. And then these are also from them. And then these have got lyrics in them, and they're super sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkle on camera, but they're super sparkly and they're such pretty colours. These I'm fairly certain are going to be scrappy socks because I just love these colours together. I think they look so pretty. So yeah, that's Eden Cottage Yarns. Show you a ball band. What else did I get? So I got some yarn from Woolly Goodness, and this is my, look at this, isn't this fab? So I had a craving for some spring colours, and I keep looking at this in her shop, and I was like, oh, do you know what, I'm just going to treat myself to it. Absolutely adore it. So it's a big gobstopper ball. It's so pretty. And then my favourite colour combinations are green and pink. And she had these two beauties in her shop. Show her, so cute. And this is a 75/25. But look how pretty. Oh, the light's doing really well actually. It really is that colour, so pretty. And because, you know, having one skein wasn't enough, this is her 70/25 5% stellina, but so gorgeous. It's sparkly. This is definitely going to be socks, because this base that she's got is just so super squishy, super soft. I've made some socks in it before and I absolutely adore them. This is definitely going to be socks. But yeah, that's woolly goodness. And the lovely Tiffany and Ethan from Woolen Homestead, bless them, I love this, it came with it. I got this one, which is hoarfrost. So pretty. It is blowing out a little bit, but I don't know, it really is that blue. That's pretty accurate. That's lovely. This is their sturdy sock, which is a 75/25 merino nylon. It's called hoarfrost. It's gorgeous. And this beauty, which is Christmas tree bauble lights, and this is definitely going in my tin of Christmas socks. Again, it's on the sturdy sock, and look, it's just fab, isn't it? How lovely is that? Oh, this bit here, I cannot wait to see this caked up actually. So pretty. It's almost too pretty to use, to be honest. It's a Christmas decoration in itself, isn't it? I absolutely adore it. So that's definitely going to be my, so when I finish my Dusty Dimple socks, this will be my next Christmas socks custom. Yeah, super pretty. And my last bit of purchasing isn't anything to do with fibre at all. When I took off my cushion covers after Christmas, because I've got Christmas themed cushion covers, are cushions that's so dark, because it's they're dark purple, and I was just like, oh, it's really, I want something to brighten up the room, and I came across this, and this is Delightful Vintage on Etsy, and look how fab are these. It's a caravan, so I've got them in various colours. I'll just pick a few up, and a camper van. I just thought it was so fun. Sort of two of each design in different colours. This is a blue camper van. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using them. They're going to look really pretty on the sofa. So yeah, I'm really pleased with those. I think that's it for yarn content. Thank you for watching. I'll give you a recap of my week. I was lucky enough to be able to go to the Midlands monthly meetup on Thursday. Kelly invited me. Well, Kelly didn't invite me so much as I invited myself, and Kelly said yes, bless her. But it was fantastic. I had so much fun. They all made me so welcome. The names I can remember are Jill, Carol, Hayley and Elsie, which was sort of my end of the table. Apologies if I've forgotten anybody. You were all so super friendly. It was lovely. Hannah from A Corner of Craft was there. That was amazing meeting her. She's just as sweet in real life. She's so sweet, bless her. She also gave me a lesson on how to make matcha, which is fantastic, because I'm going to try that in a minute. So thank you for that, Hannah. So yeah, that was lovely. So we went up on Wednesday night. We drove up from Surrey, where I live, to East Midlands Airport. My husband spots airplanes, bless him. So we had a room with a view of the runway, and he spotted airplanes for a while. And then on Thursday morning he kindly drove me to Nottingham, where I met up with Kelly and had a fab day, knitting and chatting and lovely little cafe. Then he picked me up, and actually, sidebar, Nottingham Station, kudos to you. There are parking bays where you can park for 30 minutes free of charge to drop people off at the station. How fab is that? Really impressed with that. Back on my day. So he picked me up, and then we drove up to Blackpool, where his family live. His family all live in and around Cleveland, in Blackpool. So we drove up, stayed in the Premier in Blackpool, and spent Friday and part of Saturday visiting with his sister and his parents, and that was lovely. It's super sweet to see them. His dad has a problem with his hands. He gets very cold hands, and I made a pair of fingerless mitts for his mum years ago, and I went up there a couple of times ago, and he was wearing them, and they were saying, oh, it's a shame they didn't know where they came from, but they're really warm and they were ideal. And I was sort of looked at him and went, yeah, I made those. He was like, oh, brilliant, could you make me another pair so these ones can go in the wash? I was like, yeah, of course I can. Only to discover, of course, I've made the pattern up. So that was fun. So I had to make the pattern up again. So I've done that now and written it down. So I made him a second pair, and he loves those. But then, of course, the weather's turned a little bit chillier. So he said, could you make some with fingers on? Because, yeah, it's really that simple, isn't it? But, hey, I made him some with fingers on, and he loves them. He adores them. But he's saying the only problem he's got is that because they're wool, and it's a merino nylon wool that I've used, the wind goes through it and he gets cold hands. And he tried on, I had a pair of mittens with me which were made with proper woolly wool, and it's just British sheep wool. There's not a particular make, it just says British sheep wool on it, but they are super warm, and because they're stranded, they felted slightly on the inside, so nothing's getting through that as far as wind's concerned. And he tried them on, he was like, I want a pair of these. Okay. So I'm now going to be making him a pair of mitts, so watch out for that. Luckily I have lots of Scr1tno patterns, so I'm going to choose one for him and do that. The only thing is I'm going to need to do a rounded top on it because he doesn't want the point. Right, okay, so rounded top it is. Hopefully I can adapt that myself. So that was Saturday, and then we drove back yesterday evening, because today's Sunday the 13th of January 2019. We drove back yesterday evening. Didn't get home till about 8 o'clock, I think. We went back via Birmingham Airport so hubby could go and have a look at another plane that he hadn't got that had landed. But it's been a really lovely weekend. It seems to be like we've been away for ages, so it's kind of nice to be back. It's really nice to come back on a Saturday as opposed to the Sunday. We miss all the traffic because the M25 on a Sunday is horrible. But equally, it gives me like a Sunday, which has been lovely. But it has meant that I'm a day late recording this and getting this out. I'm going to try and get it all done today if I can. Hopefully it's a fairly short one. I have actually done a bit of this before, but my lighting was so bad. I was like, no, let's retry that. It is a little bit better now, as you can tell by that bit there, which hopefully still says Scr1tno Knitting Project. I bought this for the podcast. If you light it up, it blows out the camera, so I've left it unlit. Although the sun is doing a fantastic job of lighting it right now, isn't it? So I don't know whether you'll be able to read that or not. And we were jokingly saying I have they're young adults, shall we say. They're in early 20s in the house. How long is it actually going to say that? And I'm really hoping that it does still say Scr1tno Knitting Project and not anything rude. Otherwise I'm going to have to re-record the whole of this podcast. Probably should check that each time before I record. On that note, you'll find me as Scr1tno on Instagram and Ravelry. I haven't started a group for the podcast yet. I am thinking about doing that shortly. I'm also thinking about doing a knit along in March, so watch this space for that. I'll have more details nearer the time. thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. For the people that have subscribed, that's blown me away, and I know that's mostly thanks to Ethan and Tiffany for their lovely shout out, bless them. Thank you for watching. If you do like me, please do click the thumbs up down there and think about subscribing. It does get me known out there. So thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you again next week. Take care.